Most people are told their blood sugar is a little high and sent home with a pamphlet. What they are never told is that insulin resistance is silently destroying the metabolism years before diabetes is diagnosed. It is why you cannot lose weight no matter how little you eat. It is why you crash every afternoon. It is why the fat sits on your belly and refuses to move. And the most dangerous part? The exact habits most people use to try to fix it, the low-fat diet, the long cardio sessions, the fruit-heavy eating, are making it dramatically worse. Today, we are breaking down the exact 14-day biological protocol to reverse insulin resistance naturally, restart your body's fat-burning machinery, and permanently break the hormonal loop that has been locking the weight in place. But first, you need to understand what is actually happening inside your cells, how insulin resistance actually works. Think of insulin as a key, and every cell in your body has a lock on its door. When you eat, blood sugar rises. Your pancreas releases insulin. The key travels through the bloodstream, finds the lock on your muscle and liver cells, turns it, and glucose floods in to be used as energy. Everything works perfectly. But when you eat too much sugar and refined carbohydrates for too long, the cells get overwhelmed. Glucose is hammering at the door so constantly that the cells start ignoring the key. The lock becomes stiff. Insulin knocks and the cell does not answer. Your pancreas panics. It pumps out even more insulin, trying to force the door open. Now you have high blood sugar and high insulin simultaneously. High insulin does not just fail to clear blood sugar, it also completely blocks fat burning. As long as insulin is elevated, your body cannot access stored fat. It is biologically locked. You are not burning fat because your cells stopped listening. And they stopped listening because you never gave them a break. That break is exactly what this protocol creates. Step 1. Eliminate the morning insulin spike. Most people wake up and eat within 30 minutes. Toast, cereal, orange juice, a banana, all of them flood the bloodstream with glucose immediately. Insulin spikes hard. Because insulin-resistant cells are slow to respond, that spike stays elevated for hours. You have locked yourself into a high insulin state before 8 a.m. Fat burning is off for the entire morning. For 14 days, push your first meal back by at least 2 hours. Wake up and drink a large glass of water with a pinch of sea salt and a squeeze of lemon. The salt replaces sodium your kidneys excrete when insulin drops overnight. The lemon activates digestive enzymes and wakes up your liver. As those 2 hours pass without food, blood glucose stays low. Insulin stays low. Your cells get a break. The receptors begin recovering their sensitivity. When you do eat, make your first meal protein and fat dominant. Eggs, avocado, salmon, full-fat Greek yogurt. These produce a minimal insulin response. Every time cells handle a small signal well, sensitivity improves slightly. 14 days of eliminating the morning spike alone produces a measurable improvement in fasting insulin levels. Your cells do not need months to recover. They need the hammering to stop. Step 2. Use your muscles as a glucose drain. Your muscle cells have a back door. Under normal conditions, glucose enters via the insulin key. But during muscle contractions, a separate pathway activates. A transporter called GLUT4 moves to the surface of muscle cells and pulls glucose in directly, completely bypassing insulin. Exercise does not just burn calories, it physically drains glucose through a channel that insulin resistance cannot block. But type of exercise matters enormously. Long, exhausting cardio spikes cortisol, which instructs the liver to release stored glucose. You finish an hour of running and your blood sugar is higher than when you started. For 14 days, do 2 specific things instead. Walk 10 to 15 minutes immediately after every meal. Post-meal walking activates the GLUT4 back door exactly when blood glucose is peaking. You intercept the spike before insulin has to deal with it. Add 3 short resistance training sessions per week. Muscle tissue is your body's largest glucose storage depot. More muscle means more capacity to absorb blood sugar. Every resistance session improves insulin sensitivity for up to 48 hours afterward. Step 3. Fix the fat you are eating. The dietary fat that directly drives insulin resistance is refined vegetable oil. Soybean oil, corn oil, sunflower oil, canola oil. These oils are incorporated into your cell membranes because your cell walls are largely made of the fats you eat, and they make those membranes stiff and unresponsive. A stiff cell membrane means the insulin receptor does not function properly. The lock becomes harder to turn. For 14 days, eliminate all refined vegetable oils completely. They are hidden in almost every packaged food and restaurant meal. Replace them with olive oil, fatty fish, butter, and ghee from grass-fed animals, avocado, and egg yolks. These fats improve cell membrane fluidity and receptor function. Within 14 days, the composition of your cell membranes begins to shift. The receptors start functioning better. You are not just changing what you eat, you are changing what your cells are physically built from. Step 4. Target the hidden sugars destroying your sensitivity. You already know candy and soda spike blood sugar, but 3 hidden sources are dismantling insulin sensitivity in health-conscious people daily. Flavored yogurt contains 20 to 30 grams of added sugar per serving, nearly as much as a soda. Whole grain bread has a glycemic index nearly identical to white bread. The fiber is not enough to slow the spike. 2 slices hit your bloodstream almost as hard as a bowl of white rice. Fruit juice and smoothies destroy the fiber structure that slows sugar absorption. The fructose hits your liver in a liquid flood and gets converted directly to fat, driving further insulin resistance. For 14 days, cut all 3. Replace flavored yogurt with full-fat plain Greek yogurt. Replace bread with sweet potatoes or legumes. Replace juice with whole fruit eaten alongside protein or fat to slow absorption. These 3 swaps alone dramatically reduce your daily insulin load. The pancreas stops being pushed to its limit at every meal. Step 5. Activate the overnight repair window. Insulin receptor sensitivity is repaired at night during deep sleep, when growth hormone is released in large pulses. Growth hormone improves metabolic sensitivity and promotes fat burning at the cellular level. But high insulin itself disrupts sleep. Blood sugar fluctuations cause cortisol spikes that fragment deep sleep. Poor sleep means less growth hormone. Less growth hormone means slower recovery of sensitivity. The cycle feeds itself. For 14 days, 3 non-negotiable sleep rules. Stop eating 3 hours before bed. Late night eating spikes insulin exactly when your body needs it lowest to trigger the growth hormone pulse. High insulin at bedtime suppresses that release almost completely. Eliminate screens 1 hour before sleep. Blue light suppresses melatonin, which is released in the same overnight window as growth hormone. Destroy one and you blunt both. If hunger is unavoidable, have 1 tablespoon of almond butter or a small handful of walnuts. Protein and fat only, no carbohydrates. This quiets hunger without producing an insulin response that disrupts the repair window. 14 nights of this, compounding on each other, produce a profound shift. What the 14 days look like. By day 3, the afternoon energy crashes ease. Insulin is spending more time at its baseline. The cells are getting a break. By day 7, constant hunger quiets. As insulin stabilizes, ghrelin, the hunger hormone, follows. Fat begins moving out of storage because insulin is finally low enough to allow it. By day 14, fasting blood sugar has dropped measurably. Your cells have spent 2 weeks receiving gentler signals, moving after every meal, rebuilding muscle tissue, replacing stiff membrane fats with flexible ones, and repairing overnight. The lock is turning again. The bottom line: insulin resistance is not a life sentence. It is a communication breakdown between your hormones and your cells. Stop the morning spike. Move after every meal. Replace the fats destroying your membranes. Eliminate the hidden sugars. Protect the overnight repair window. 14 days, done consistently. Your body was never broken. It was just waiting for the right signals. Send them. If this finally explained what has been happening in your body, hit the like button and subscribe. We decode your biology every single week so you can stop guessing and start healing. I will see you in the next one.